from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to the run. He's out past the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, obviously the running back has been the big story for this offense all season long. The coaches talked about this in the offseason. They had to identify the right guy in the portal to help this offense be physical, to generate explosive plays, and really take them to the next level. They found their guy. This guy's been so good each and every week. He's been able to take care of himself, stay healthy, and he's gotten better as the season has gone on. And here we are, guys, late in the season. He's in Heisman contention, and he's got this team knocking on the doorstep of a college football playoff.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Hand off for Brown. Inside the 30. There's some room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Buys a little extra time. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Russell. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. This is a design run. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Intercepted deep in his own end. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The hand to the running back. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll run it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out.
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up the first down. Just keeps moving. Flying down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Texas, 13. Alabama, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Russell. Here's a heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. He'll pull it down and run. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Russell. Looking for the score. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Timing and better execution. That is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They feed him again. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the run, it's Smothers. Plows through the defense. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Ready. Check. Where did he go?
A give to Brown. Can't get him to the ground. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He's now over 150 yards on the ground, and you start putting yourself in that ethereal company of great Longhorn running backs.
Yeah, there's so many of them that we could go back, and Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and just...
Finding some room. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Running the red zone, it's Smothers. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the direct snap, it's Coleman. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready. Like 88. Like 88. Ready, go.
Here's Brown. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They march 79 yards on the drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keelan Russell. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Could not make his way to the corner. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Again, it's Russell. Now sliding to his left. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Russell. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. A defense is bringing the heat. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Here's Manning to throw. Gets it to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. It's Manning. He's going to let it go. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go play action with Russell. Looking for a deep man. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
This one's complete. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now the play fake. Fires downfield. He's got it. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Pocket breaking down, and down he goes. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Quarterback making checks. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ohio Bobcats taking on the number 20 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try it over the left side. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Russell finds the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Russell on play action. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Throwing Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Bringing the heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. He fires one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Under fire. This time he's got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the fit.
There's a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Keelan Russell. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Russell.
Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Russell. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the comeback is on. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Brown again. Maybe some room here. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And he's now over 150 yards, and burnt orange is leaving scorched earth on the ground.
Just burning them up, man. Just keep feeding him the rock. This is a guy that you 100% know exactly what you're going to get, and you're going to get great production like great Texas running back.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hand off for Brown. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
One more time, it's Brown. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Black 14, black 14.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Western.
4th down, Manning. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the...
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Arch Madness. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the grab on the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Still running at the 40. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Texas. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Throwing Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, he got loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
To throw, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Keelan Russell. Got his man to the left. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown time! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Arch is going to throw for it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think that's a throw the quarterback's just got to take a little bit off it to make it easy on his intended target. He just threw that out far a little too much, and too much mustard as well.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Manning with a play fake. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Jukes his way for more. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Russell. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now here's Russell. Got his man. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Throwing Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Again, it's Russell. Got his man. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Keelan Russell. Pressure coming. And they got it.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Now here's Russell. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Russell. Rushes on him. He'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Brown again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And it'll be down right there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing Russell. Punts it out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football, poor angle.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
One more time, it's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.